Hello, my fellow TTCers. I'm doing a video. Haven't done one in a couple months. I just have not felt like vlogging, really. I still watch your guys' videos, follow your guys' journeys and everything, but I just haven't felt like doing any videos myself. Hadn't had a whole lot going on. Nothing really exciting over here. So, that is until today. So, I left you guys off on cycle 13. It was the first day. I was planning on doing the sperm meets egg plan, and we did that. I had ovulated a little early that month. I believe it was cycle day 11. I was already getting a positive ovulation test, which is pretty early for me. So we tried to BD as much as possible around there because it was a lot earlier than we thought it was going to be. And nothing ended up happening that cycle. Didn't get pregnant. Didn't even have a glimpse of thinking I might be pregnant. The following cycle, cycle day 14, or cycle 14, sorry. What did we do? When I was gearing up to ovulate, I'm starting to really know my body and my signs and signals, and I can tell when I'm about to ovulate now. And we BD'd like my whole fertile window. The whole window, tried to as much as possible. And that cycle didn't work either. So we made an appointment with the fertility clinic. I had found a couple of them online, and we ended up picking one. I think there might have been another one that just never got back to us. So we set a appointment for today, July 17th. And I set the appointment about 3 weeks ago, so it took, a few weeks to get an appointment in. So if you're going to make an appointment, make it now, because it'll probably be a few weeks till you have it. They sent me a whole bunch of paperwork to do. Medical history stuff, if I had to get stuff from previous doctors, if I already had testing done, I needed those results to bring in. Luckily, in a way, me and my husband have had no testing so far. We're just starting our fertility trip, journey. So I didn't have to worry about trying to get anything from previous doctors. And we had to set up accounts on their website and fill out forms there as well. So it was a bit of a process. I wasn't expecting a bunch of paperwork to fill out right off the bat. I thought you'd get paperwork at the doctor's office, but I guess they send them to you now. So the appointment was today. We went in. We waited for a little while, and then the doctor called us back. We talked to the main doctor, and she kind of just went over a little medical history, the paperwork that we had sent her. She said we looked good on paper. We have had a previous pregnancy that went full term and didn't have any complications, so that looked really good. That there should be a really good chance I can be pregnant again. That they were going to go ahead and check my uterus and ovaries today. And I told them I just had a positive ovulation test on Friday. So that makes me, I usually ovulate the day after a positive, so about 4 DPO. And she said, great, we'll be able to tell with the ultrasound if you did in fact ovulate. So I was excited about that. After we were done talking, I had to go and do a urine sample, and then I had to go into the room and get ready for the ultrasound. It was a transvaginal ultrasound, which I had never had done before. They also went ahead and did a pap smear and blood work. So she did the pap smear, and then she did the ultrasound. She looked at my right ovary first, and she said, yes, you did ovulate. You ovulated from your right side. We can tell, actually that 2 eggs have been released this month. I ovulated 2 eggs, and that seems crazy to me. I was not expecting that at all. I don't know how many times maybe I've ovulated 2 eggs, or is this my first time ever ovulating 2 eggs? I don't know. It makes me wonder. She looked at the left ovary and counted my eggs. She said 10 was a good number, 15 was a really good number. I had 16 eggs in that one. So that was really good. She said that my uterus looked good. At first she thought that I had a bit of a heart-shaped uterus. And then she switched the machine to 3D real quick, and on the 3D ultrasound it was completely normal. She said for some reason maybe on the 2D ultrasound it was looking a little bit of heart-shaped, but it looked great. It looked normal. And the uterus lining and everything looked good for where I'm at with in my cycle. That my uterus, was definitely gearing up. You can tell I had already ovulated, and it was in this transitional phase where, it looks more white on the screen or something like that. But it looked good, so I was happy with that. Then they did some blood work, and we sat down with another lady, and she, is already setting us up for, I have to call when my period starts, if it starts, and they already want me to start on Clomid, which I expected, because watching you ladies. They want me to do a FemView HSG, which is a little bit different from the dye one. It's supposed to be a little less painful, which I'm not looking forward to it at all. I've heard the stories, and I don't want to do it. But, if that's what we got to do, it's what we got to do. But they already want to do the IUI next month, which seems crazy, right? That seems super fast. My husband has to do a semen analysis, of course, and he has to call and set that up. I'm just shocked that they already want to do an IUI. I don't know if that's maybe because everything looked good today. I don't know. But it seems really fast, because everyone I watch on here, it's usually a couple months of trying out Clomid and everything before they talk about doing an IUI. So that's really quick. Lastly, but not least, they have prepaid packages, which is nice because my insurance does not cover anything. Nada. Zilch. Nope. Nothing. They don't want anything to do with infertility. Which, again, watching you ladies, I totally expected that. So, prepaid packaging will be, we can pay $800, and that will cover the month's worth of the blood work, the ultrasounds that go along with, the monitoring before they do an IUI, the semen wash, and the IUI, which is a really good price. The lady, was saying it's usually a lot more than that, and I know it is, because other places sometimes it's like $2,000 for an IUI. It's insane. So I'm really glad about that. At the same time, though, I'm supposed to pay that when I start my period. If I start my period. Sorry, trying to be positive here. If I start my period. And that gives me 2 weeks. 2 weeks to come up with this $800. So I don't know how that's going to happen. Oh, and then the semen analysis is going to be $110. I think that's an okay price. I've heard of cheaper, and I've heard of more expensive, so that's an okay price. I'm okay with that. So, to wrap that all up, hopefully I get pregnant this month with, ovulating 2 eggs. Surely one of those eggs can get fertilized. I hope. And then I could call them up and tell them, hey, I'm pregnant. I don't have to do any of these tests. That would be awesome. But if not, then, you know, I'll just keep going along with my journey, keep staying positive, and make another video, let you guys know how it's going. So, baby dust to you guys, and I hope all of us will get our BFPs maybe this summer. Bye for now.